Well, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Been making the most of the weather outside, so I've not done a lot on Zwift recently. If you've been following the channel, you'd have noticed in the week I had a bit of a tumble in a race on Tuesday night at Thruxton race circuit. Came down with about 15 to 20 other riders in the peloton. Bike's not come out very well. Few bumps and bruises and that for me, so I thought I'd do something different today. I had a look at what events were available for me to ride and saw that we've got this one, the Sacre Bleu, which is the Paris-Roubaix Femmes avec Zwift Experience. So I thought, why not jump on this one, stay indoors for today, just find myself around this circuit, something a bit different. Definitely liking the outfit. Yeah, just something a little bit different indoors. So we've got 73.7 kilometers to do on this one. Like I say, my decision to ride it came about 20 minutes ago. Very last minute, quickly threw the broadcast together, and yeah, thought I'd get out here and ride indoors for a change. You can already see my fellow level teammate there, Claudius. TLF level, sitting with me at the moment. I'm guessing he's going to be on the green bike of level colours. Yeah, just something a bit different. Over the last few days, been out on the bike, just getting some miles back in. Also, I've had to change from Foil RC10, is now boxed and ready to go off and get assessed by carbon specialist following Tuesday night. So I've been back out on the road with the Addict gravel. But to be fair, yesterday I didn't really want to get out on the road at all. Just wasn't feeling it. Yeah, my mental health was having a low day yesterday. So I managed to pull myself together, get out on the road and do just short of 100k. And to be fair, after pulling myself together and getting out on the road, it does make a big difference, my mood and that. So I am glad that I did it. But today, it's a little bit overcast here in the UK. Wind's picked up again, and decided not to go outdoors. I was looking at what I could do on Zwift. It was a little bit different. So I thought I'd give this Paris-Roubaix Femmes avec Zwift Experience a little bash. Like I say, just over 70 kilometers. Even got cobbles there. Wouldn't find them in Oxfordshire. Claudius has gone for the sprint. I'm just here for the enjoyment. If you're tuning into the live stream, then please do drop any comments in the chat, and I'll answer them as we go along. So had quite a few messages through Instagram, Strava, and also YouTube about the crash on Tuesday. So Thruxton race circuit, obviously it is a motor race track, raced it numerous times. The Cat 3-4 field on Tuesday night was 100 riders, and to be fair, most of the ride I was confident, happy, moving around the pack, trying to stay within like the top 20 riders really, and feeling fairly confident. Hadn't burnt any matches, hadn't really gone out of my comfort zone with regards to power. And about 40 minutes in, just coming down the back edge of the course, which is a quick descent. We had a tailwind as well. I reached over 40 mile an hour down that stretch. So it was a quick bit of the circuit. But at the bottom of that descent, it sort of slows as you take a short little climb up into the final chicane that takes you into the finishing straight. And for some reason, I still don't know why I did it, but I drifted a little bit back in the pack, probably fell to about 40th. My teammates were back there. We had 4 in the race. We'd all been around each other throughout the race. And I just dropped back, try and have a chat with him about seeing if we could get something away. And before I knew it, crash happened. 3 or 4 riders in front of me. And I can remember the sound of bikes and carbon hitting the ground. As I was middle pack, I couldn't go left or right. Tried to brake to miss it. I've ended up going into what was already probably 5 or 6 people on the floor. As I've got there, riders behind me have then come in over the top of me as well. So yeah, not a great finish. Probably only had about 3 laps to go or so. For the 40 minutes that I was racing on Tuesday night, I'd averaged 28 mile an hour. And average power is around about 250, something like that. All in all, I was ready for the final 3 laps, which I knew would have been quicker and more intense, but I was ready for it. Coming away from there, bruised and battered down my left hand side, hence my heart rate monitor's on the opposite side today. My left elbow still bruised and battered. So the only advantage I've got from the crash is that I didn't come away with any road rash. I landed on top of bikes and people, so I saved any nasty road rash really. But yeah, that was Tuesday night. So got foils all boxed up, ready to go back, get assessed. Hopefully that'll be collected tomorrow and I'll have a better picture and understanding of what's going on. Luckily I've still got a training bike. It's got added gravel that I took to Tenerife. I can get the miles in on that. Change the chain set over now to a 52-36 on the front, as I'm not needing the climbing gears for Tenerife. So I've got options. A little bit reluctant to race. It's got added gravel at the moment. once I know what the insurance is doing and what's happening, I'll be able to go on from there. So sort of taking a decision, although I'm feeling okay on the bike, that round 2 of the Oxfordshire Road Race League next Saturday, I've withdrawn from that, and I've withdrawn from Tuesday night at Thruxton as well. So I've taken sort of some precautions, but ideally I want to be out there racing, but got to do what's right for me. And maybe been struggling with a sore left hip after the ride, after yesterday's ride. The left hip was still sore and tender, so you might find a little bit later on that I sort of back off a little bit and go into more of a zone 1 ride, but I'm going to be here for probably about 2.5 hours, so why not chuck a comment in that chat and have a little butchers, see what questions you got for me. Probably going to need to put the fan on in a minute then, because already I'm getting hot. Right, Claudius is in that front group. Just try and get across it. There you go. So on Tuesday, I'll be hopefully taking part in the Zwift Racing League Finals Race 2. I had an absolute shocker last week in that for some reason, doing the recons and racing the dirt racing series, I did the recon for race 1. Was looking forward to it because it's a course that I quite enjoyed when I raced it in the last round, the WTRL, but yeah, for some reason I thought race 1 was on Wednesday and it was on Tuesday. By the time I realised it was too late. Yeah, I remember this week that it's Tuesday and not Wednesday. But race 2 is a team time trial this week. Remembering from the top of my head, in the courses, Douche France, which is a nice little course. Got the slight climb in the middle up to the aqueduct, but yeah, should be a good little team time trial. And giving a hand back to Claudius. Yeah, so it should be a good little team time trial. Out the race pens, head towards that marina, taking a right hand turn on Douche France. You go over the intestines, which I always refer to the French version of the S's in Watopia. Lever rollers that leads you out onto the flats towards the balloon sprint. or ballon sprint. And then from there, we weave our way out, make the climb up towards aqueduct.com, then descend, 3-pav sprint, back to the marina for the finish. All in all, that should be a good little team time trial. And as you can probably tell, my head is full of Zwift routes and remembering them all. Just done the recon video for race 3. That's going to be a punchy race. Race 3 in the Zwift Racing League finals takes us on a points race to break fast in crits, starting in Scotland, head out into the countryside. 3 or 4 laps, I think it is, of the break fast breakaway or bray. Yeah, and then back into Glasgow, finishing up the Derg South, is it, Com? So yeah, climb it at the beginning and climb it at the end on that one. I think you climb it on the beginning as a lead-in, or you do like slide kicker, champion sprint, and then head out and do the breakaway bray circuit. But yeah. This is quite a nice pace actually. 230 average watts, keeping the heart rate down. Indoor training at the moment is quite brutal with the temperatures rising. So definitely sweating already, 20 minutes in. 10k done, 63 to go. So I'm guessing this is like a new course that Zwift have created or added little bits into. I've not seen the cobbled sections before. But yeah, this is the aqueduct, the opposite way around from what would be in race 3. Claudius is obviously testing his sprinting legs today. Every sprint he's gone for. I'm first on the leaderboard by the looks of it. Yeah. Didn't keep getting these steamroller power-ups, which good on the cobbles, but not anywhere else really. Right, let's get this fan on because it's rather warm in here. Go for a little plug of my channel on the old Messer. Kind of type horrendous and pedal a bike. The nice thing in Zwift though is you can just go in the garage and change your bike at any stage, can't you? It's like, I think I'm on the specialised S-Works Tarmac SL8. I haven't done any upgrades, I'm still riding the kilometres to get it, but in the real life you don't have the same luxury. I came back to the pain cave with one battery bike. Yeah, I've got a training bike which I can take out, but not as aero and dialed in for racing on. But I have still got my old grey Scott Addict as well, but purple was my colour scheme this year. But that might have to change. Wait and see what the carbon specialist says about the bike, if it's a write-off or not. But fingers crossed. Probably no stock of that bike available if I wanted to replace it with another one. Although I've not seen another one out on the road yet, which is really nice. Nice to go out and ride and not see the same bike as you out on the road. So, annoyingly, when I was at Thruxton on Tuesday night, the lad that was in the car next to me in the car park when we were getting ready, he had a Scott Foil RC10 as well, same year and everything as mine. He had like the grey carbony coloured one, which is a nice looking bike. The shape of the foil is nice, but yeah, the purple's just, especially with the League RT kit, it's just very bright like the kit I'm riding in today in game. But yeah, a little bit annoying. Morning Lisa. Yeah, tan's still looking strong. Trying to top it up now. Keep it looking strong for every UK summer we get. But yeah, fingers crossed. I'll either have some good sunshine in the UK, or maybe I'll get abroad again at some point. Who knows? Maybe Tenerife is on the cards again. Maybe Mallorca later on in the year. All depends how the race season goes as well. So yeah. Thought you would have been joined in with this one, Liz. This is off again, look. The Ballon Sprint Reverse. Yeah, I've only been to, I've only cycled abroad twice. Mallorca last year, Tenerife this year. But if all the plans come off, then Tenerife may become quite a popular training camp for me. Yeah, not only can I get out there and train on the bike, but my fiance is massively into her CrossFit, coaches it and competes in CrossFit. You know, the bloke that owns a CrossFit box out there, so you can get out there and have a training camp as well. And I can get out and train as well, so works for both of us. Both get up in the morning, go and do our thing, get back in the afternoon, chill and go from there. So actually talking about my fiance, she's at a competition today, CrossFit competition up in Northampton. The two girls that she went to Tenerife with in March, so 3 of them are competing as a team today up in Northampton in a CrossFit competition, so good luck to them. They left at about 7 o'clock this morning. They'll be getting into probably their first workout of the day very soon, and hopefully they'll be able to smash it. They're representing themselves, but yeah, Lisa's also sponsored by Females in It Together, which is a clothing brand for women that are fighting cancer, recovering from cancer. Lisa did, and through now, it was like 15 years ago, something like that. The clothing brand has been really good to her. A lot of the females at her gym wear Females in It Together gym wear. I think they're all competing in it today. Lisa wears nothing but that, so. And also her protein and stuff like that is sponsored by Fission Nutrition. Does all her protein and pre-workouts and stuff, which I do dabble in once in a while for my protein, but I'm not a sort of pre-workout guy. I don't lift anywhere near as heavy as she does, so I don't have to worry about that. Back on some cobbles, I might as well get rid of this steamroller because they're only useful on cobbles. I can remember when the steamroller came in, or I think it was one of the stages in the new helmet, eh? Saying I'm sponsored by Pop, but never mind. Yeah, I can remember one of the Zwift Racing League races that we did. I think we went out through the jungle and the steamroller was used then, and it raised quite a few questions about whether bike choices were necessary anymore or power-ups would assist you. Yeah. I remember having to do a lot of research into that for the recon video. Reading the comments here, pre-workout. Yeah, I tend not to take pre-workout. I tend to use my Syco, whatever you want to call it. I normally have a bottle of that in my warm-up. Take lots of other like vitamins and stuff and supplements every day anyway, but yeah, there's so many different things out there you can try. My coach has said to me, the bicarbonate of soda now, obviously the edible one, the one for human consumption, but that's shown in trials that that can help enhance your performance, but I've not tried it. There's a lot of study on it. Maybe I'll drop the link to that study later on in my in the description so people can have a look at it. But I think once you know what works for you, what products work for you, what doesn't affect your stomach, what you can get away with, it makes a big difference. I've got IBS, so I have to be quite careful about what I use, what I take. Some gels are too rich and don't agree with me, so yeah, so just got to be careful. I think the bicarb of soda, the study that I've read, and the product the coach sent to me is the one to buy. Probably something I'll do. Some of the triathletes he coaches tried with it, and he's tried it himself. So the good thing with my coach at Crown Coaching is he wouldn't recommend something without doing the study and looking into it. So yeah, that's a good one. What a better way to spend a Sunday morning than rocking around with a bunch of people on Zwift that you've never met in France, then a nice steady zone 2-ish ride, really. Obviously Claudius is just smashing sprints like nobody's business, but I'll be happy with a 70k to finish the week. Yeah, it's a good point there you've made, Lisa, in the chat about when you don't take your supplements and stuff. Amazing how many people think like supplements are just there to help you in the performance. But actually, supplements really do assist your recovery as well. Yeah, when I get off of this session and that, I'll go in, have a protein shake, but immediately when I get off the bike, have a shower, then I'll go straight back down to have some food and refuel. But yeah, so the supplements and all that process you go through during the race also helps your recovery afterwards. So this is popular in the chat today. What route are we doing? Well, it's called Sacre Bleu, which is basically, it's had parts of Douche France in it and RGV France in it. It looks like Zwift have put a few cobbled sections into it. So in the top right hand corner, I think it does say Sacre Bleu, about 73 kilometers. I think I did put the details in the description when I hashed it together very quickly, about 10 minutes before I come out to the pain cave. But that 414 meters of elevation, I think it is, 73 kilometers. But yeah, basically a route around France that a lot of it we've done on other courses, with a few little cobbled sprint sections, it looks like, just been added in. Because this part now is part of the, I think it's the RGV France course, which, being Cornish and born in Penzance, That monument statue to the right is the French version of St Michael's Mount in Cornwall. That's what I think every time I ride this. That's like St Michael's Mountain and Penzance, but unfortunately we're not in Cornwall. We're in France on Zwift, and I'm in sunny Oxfordshire. Although it's windy and probably a little bit overcast now. The dog's enjoying it. He's just literally lying in the doorway of the garage. Definitely not cream first. Definitely jam first. Cream second. Cornish way or no way. This group just seems to have got a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, another bit of a change this week. And no one's probably picked up on it because I don't normally wear my other watch when I ride, but taking a step and moved away from my Apple Watch. I've gone back to the trusty Garmin. So thanks to Garmin UK, it was a nice treat this week. Get back on the Garmin watches. A lot to learn, very different to the Apple Watch, but hopefully speaking to my coach and that, going to help me monitor better my recovery, fatigue and stuff like that. So my heart rate has always been one thing that is in the back of my mind when I sleep. So the Apple Watch was good at it, but the notifications and that I used to get for low heart rate warning, they were immense. But I then learned to put my phone on sleep mode and ignore all of them, so that was good. This is one of those sprint segments I've not seen before. I'm sure Claudius will go in a minute. He's still in this group, I don't know if he is. But yeah, so I've gone over to the Garmin watch again. So it's just a case of getting used to it. You're not having a touch screen and stuff. I used to have I think I had a Garmin Evo Active 4 before I went to the Apple Watch. Apple Watch has been good, really enjoyed it. I'm a bit of an Apple geek, but yeah, I think the Garmin hopefully will do what I need it to do and prove beneficial in the long run. But yeah, my heart rate at night drops dramatically low. Sometimes my partner doesn't even know if I'm still alive, but I think I dropped to about, I think the lowest it's dropped to is 32 in my sleep. Generally most nights if I actually get some sleep and getting a good sleep, then heart rate's about 35. And resting heart rate normally is around 42. So yeah, just got to be mindful of the heart rate overnight, which hasn't caused me any complications. But yeah, it's just something to keep an eye on. Yeah, Garmin do so many watches now. It's just incredible what they do, like Forerunner. Like you say, Lisa, you've got the XT. It's just so many different types of watches. I bought a Garmin watch Lisa a couple of Christmases ago. She never used to really wear a watch. It's been a bit of a game changer for her to monitor things, but in the CrossFit world, it's hard for her to always wear a watch. So she's got heart rate monitor and stuff that she can wear as well. So, but yeah, everything on my bike is Garmin, like Garmin heads unit, Garmin pedals. I guess I'm a little bit of a Garmin geek as well, honest about it. Then that, to ride a Wahoo kicker bike. I've never tried any of the Wahoo bike computers or anything like that, so ever since I started riding, well, not even that long ago, probably early 2012, something like that, 2013 maybe. I rode without the computer until I joined my first cycling club for a Tuesday night ride, which then turned into Saturday rides and stuff. Then I bought my first Garmin bike computer. And since then I've just upgraded everything from a cheap Sports Direct bike to got bikes now. Yeah. My racing's only been since sort of 2019, 2020. Then obviously COVID hit as well. So esports wise, I raced a little bit back in the early 2020s, 2021 when COVID was here, but been with level now maybe 8 months. Yes, it's definitely come on. Done tour series is? I don't even know if it's a word. And really enjoying the esports world as well. A lot to learn. I think doing the recons has really helped me learn as well. So again, it's just about being part of the community, really. Hopefully it feels longer than that in a good way. Yeah, I'm sure it's about 8 months. Might even be less than that, you know. I looked back the other day, like YouTube videos and stuff, and like, look how when I started doing stuff on YouTube and now like live streaming, wouldn't have managed that 6 months ago. Like, did some changes in the pain cave, quite a few actually, like cameras and setups and things like the cabinet that everything sits on, the TVs and that. All the roof is changed above me and that. Yeah, just been a massive journey for 6 to 8 months. Obviously getting the opportunity to do the recon videos with the supporter level was really good. Enjoyed that. The channel's doing well. Little plug there, if you haven't liked and subscribed, then maybe think about doing that. And also, it's not only I'm enjoying it and it makes my training out in the pain cave go quicker, but my little 6-year-old lad, he's been interested in cycling quite some time now, and got his first road bike now, and he's got cyclocross tyres and that for it as well. I'm hoping that probably May, June time, I'll get him to do some sort of under 8 cyclocross riding. He loves the YouTube channel, loves to watch the videos. As you can see, I'm just trying to get back across. Yeah, so not only is it helping me like train and feel part of something and helping my mental health with my training and stuff, but also fucking inspiration to my little lad as well, which hopefully he'll remember. And he's mad about his football as well now, so I won't push him either way. Got all the options, so it's up to him. But yeah, I'm rammed up through there, didn't it? So this is the S's, I guess, or the French intestines backwards. When we get to the end of this, we go right, we'll head towards the marina, go left, then we're heading towards that annoying climb that I can't think of the name of. Climb that's after the Ballon Sprint. I think what it's called. Whatever route we raced in, I think it was dirt racing, the lead-in had that climb and the route started at the top of that climb. Fingers crossed, let's go right. Oh, phew. Marine sprint this way then. There's local knowledge. This is the finish for the team time trial on Tuesday. Finish on this sprint banner. Unless we've just done it in reverse. I'm trying to get my bearings now. I know we're in reverse. We're in reverse, so I wasn't where I thought I was. In a minute round here, we're underneath a bridge. Then if we turn left, no, I've got that wrong as well. I'm all of sorts. No, I am right. Out of myself now. The TT on Tuesday finishes coming the opposite way. Marine sprint the normal way. If I've got this right, this will lead us out. Have sprint reverse if we stay on this road. Then back up over the aqueduct in reverse. Back round. Maybe we're just doing the same lap. don't know. Aqueduct, what do I keep calling it? Something different. Aqueduct. I don't know. Whichever one it is. A bridgey thing that carries water. That's what it is. Not a bridge, because you can't drive on it. Carries water. Sure, it's got a T on the end of it. Anyway, Lisa's going, so she's assisting me for the first 50 minutes to keep me occupied with the chat. Anyone else want to jump in the chat and ask me any questions, then please feel free. Maybe one day I'll get Ed Laverick to jump in the chat and give me a question. What do you reckon? Right, just a quick mic change. Hopefully this one's going to last. The other one just died on me. So, unless I'm feeling able to reach the cable and stay with this group. What do you reckon? Do you reckon I can reach the cable, get off the bike, reach the cable and get back on? And get across this group? Because one thing I don't want to do is the coffee thing, because I've never used it before and I don't want to use it now. But I'm getting for it. Made it. Right, just plug that in at the bottom of the bike. And then, like the longest cable in the world as well. Right, standby mic is working well. And the original one's back on charge, so you can tell that I didn't prep at all for riding today. What's people's thoughts then? Is that coffee thing a good idea in Zwift or not? I've got my own opinion. It's not something that I would use. I would just like, if I'm out here to train, then I know that I'm out here to train for however long, and toilet breaks and stuff I would sort out, I get that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just people's thoughts on it. Contentious one. I've seen loads of stuff on like Zwift chat and stuff on Facebook about it in different groups. I guess everyone's different. Someone was to come to the door or something and you needed to go and answer it, then I guess you could use it there. Quite handy. Yeah, just a thought. Want to start a debate, eh? Getting annoyed that I keep getting steamrolled. I keep seeing everyone with arrows, but I think it's probably because I'm not using my power-ups. So let's use it on these cobbles. Being bad, I said I'd be on for a couple of hours, and I think I'm going to be about right. I think a couple of hours, nearly halfway, aren't we? I've only recently changed the kilometres, and I still struggle to work it out in miles. But yeah, I ride outdoors in miles and miles per hour. On Zwift, everything's gone to kilometres because all the recon videos, a lot of people in Europe and America that watched the videos wanted it in kilometres. Then I kept on switching back to miles to race indoors, and it was just too difficult to keep switching, so I just shove it in kilometres now. And like I said to my coach, all I need to worry about is the power number. I'm not really bothered how fast I'm going. And I know where the finish line is because I know how far it is away. So when that gets down to 1 kilometre, I know I've got like 1,000 metres. So I'm all good with that. But yeah, just can't convert outdoor to kilometres just yet. Might do one day. Who knows? Obviously in the UK, all our cars are miles per hour and signs are miles per hour, so lots of things to change. But I know like the cycling world predominantly is kilometres. So hence this video comes to you in kilometres. And we're over halfway in under an hour, which is brilliant. Another cobbled sprint coming in a minute. I think we've looped round back to where we were earlier. Is Claudia's going to go for it again? As you can see, I'm not sprinting, I'm just staying with the group. busy typing and pushed off out the front. So this little bit of the course doesn't even show on the companion app, just like I'm in a field at the moment. So the bit they've obviously put on. Just trying to see if I can get in the top 100 on that one. 53rd now. 197, I'll take that. A little effort. It's a nice little group we've got here, really. Pace is about where I want it to be. High-end-ish. Zone 2 for me, which was nice. A couple of hours in the saddle. Yeah. These sort of walks that I'm averaging now, 217 average, is pretty much what I average out on the road on a Zone 2 ride. 2-3 hours probably. So yeah, sort of a similar reflection indoors to what my Zone 2 rides are outdoors. So it's quite nice to outdoors more, sort of equate those figures. Race on Tuesday, obviously, which I crashed in. I was averaging, I think, 250 something watts, I think it was, after 40 minutes. Again, not massively high, but the tailwind and the draft effect of like being in the pack in the real world, that means you can at times freewheel or soft pedal, and yeah, obviously outside I take all the zeros out of my equations, but just gives you a sort of comparison really that indoor outdoor figures for me are very similar. Not really had a decent sprint outdoors this year yet, but like my power testing indoors and outdoors seems to be around the same as well. Definitely feel like working with Carl, my coach, this year over the winter, I've addressed a lot of things like during my training rides and stuff. I was really poor at that. Probably wasn't helping myself at all. Yeah, so I've just got a little bit better at doing things like that. So I've got a funny feeling we're going to turn right in a minute. We've got that climb that I can't remember the name of. Unless that little bump in the map is the aqueduct, not duct, the aqueduct. Yeah, it might be the aqueduct actually. It looks similar to the one we did earlier. Phew. That climb that I'm on about is the one you turn right here, and its name is going to annoy me, so I'm going to have to look in a minute at my recon notes for a race we did up there. Unless anyone can drop the name of it in the chat. Richie Howell's just jumped in the chat. What's that climb on the right that I've just gone past called, that we did in dirt racing? Le Petit, is it Le Petit Climb? Maybe. Yeah. Something like Econ. Didn't expect you to be up so early, Rich, after a heavy night celebrating. I'll have a great travel out to Mallorca, Rich. You'll enjoy that. It's a great birthday treat, that one. Wish I could jump on a plane and get out there as well, but not just yet. Good for the tan, but should be good. It'd be nice to see a group of level riders out in the real world in Mallorca. Hopefully see some good photos and that. Taking on, I'm guessing you're going to do all the main sort of routes and climbs, Lighthouse, Sacre Bleu. I've upgraded it, improved air. Yeah, I will get to ride with you all in the real world at some point. My plans were start of April was going to be my race season really starting, but after crashing on Tuesday, got a little bit of a rework to do and then be back again. So, I'm guessing you're at Bristol Airport. That's nearest to you. Good old Bristol. as I'm taking part in this Paris-Roubaix Femmes avec Zwift Experience, I just thought it's quite worth to note that Level Racing Esports have got another ladies only event coming up soon. Watch out in all the normal spaces for that one being released. It'll be on the companion app, and it'll no doubt be on various Facebook channels as well nearer the time. But we had a successful females only event for International Women's Day, and Level Esports Racing are committed to bringing more races to you this year and supporting female racing as well. So that's in the pipeline, coming soon. And I'll probably no doubt do a recon video and recon notes, etc. for it as well, just so everyone's got all the information they need nearer the time. Yeah. I think if 2025 is the year that you want to get into more esports racing on Zwift, or even my whoosh, then think about joining Level Esports Racing. Really good community, caters for everybody, all ages, all abilities, male, female, and yeah, start your esports journey of Level like I did 6 to 8 months ago. Never look back. So one to consider, check out the Facebook page, links will be in the description of this video. So yeah, think about it, come and join the fun. Over 26k to go now. So so Richie, as a sprint coach at Level, thought I'd do that for him. Whew. Happy with that. Sorry, Claudius. I had to get one. Now just let the brute be drawn. Whew. That path sprint wasn't a PB for me. 22.8, it was 0.2 of a second off PB. But I don't know if you've seen it in the chat, obviously. Claudius just congratulated me on getting that one. He was second on that sprint. But sometimes when I do Zwift racing and that, a lot of people comment that I didn't get out of the saddle at the end to sprint. Normally that's because my legs are so like cooked and full of lactate. Trying to get out of the saddle and put any power down just doesn't really work for me. So I just try and grind it in the saddle. So I've been trying to work out on the road as well, just like at the end of a road, at the end of a ride, when I come back nearer to home. I've got like an industrial estate which is pretty quiet, and I just try and do some sprint efforts on fatigue legs. And this route today isn't really taxing. Yeah, I'm not at like race pace on Zwift or anything like that, but training rides like this indoors, yeah, I could just sit in this pack for another 45 minutes and roll around, but just try different things. You know, it's like experiment, see what works for you, see what doesn't, find what gear is good for you to sprint in, and then go for it. This one's a bit late to the party though. I don't know what the end of it is. I'm guessing that was a longer sprint. Yeah. Didn't read that well, did I? yeah, like I said, try little different things. Maybe knowing the course, know what the sprints are, would be pretty useful. But this is that time to test yourself. So out there, mix it in, sit in the back of a group, use a power up, sprint some of the segments. All good training and all good practice, really. So sprinting has never really been like something I've focused on, I suppose, but I can put out good figures, and I always seem at the end of a race to find something left in the tank, whether indoors or outdoors. But yeah, I need to do more of Rich's sprint training sessions, just to dial that in a bit. But taking away what I did get from him in the last sprint session I did with him, I've been trying it out on the road as well, so, but also like the strength work that I do makes a big difference being on the bike. So Claudius is sat back here, so I'm guessing there's a sprint coming. Out that one too early. Whew. So like little things I'm learning, you know, start your sprint from the back of a pack, come into it from the back, because as you move through that pack, you get all the draft boost from coming through it, where if you're at the front and you started it, you don't get those extra bit of draft. Yeah, not contesting this one. But yeah, just little things like that, and like knowing how long a power up's going to last, and where the best place to drop it would be. Also, all those little pointers is all stuff that I've been learning about Zwift and that. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, it is a game. So all these little power-ups are there to help you. Some races will get the same power-ups at certain points. Some races they're just random. So yeah. Just handy to know and have an understanding of little tactics like that in Zwift can work in your favour. A lot of people use Source for Zwift, which is like a third-party bolt-on as such, really. That gives you information about the draft effect that you're experiencing at that point and stuff. A lot of people use that. I've got access to it, but because I run my Apple TV, my Zwift, stream from my MacBook and stuff, I could run it, but just a lot of, not faff, it's just I don't really use it when I have put it up. Maybe I'm just a bit old school that I just push the pedals until I can't go anymore. Or I probably could be a little bit more savvy, use the data to my advantage, and rest and recuperate in places where I probably stay on the pedals too much. But maybe later on this year I'll start experimenting with it again and using it again. But like the setup in front of me at the moment, the Apple TV is on a 42-inch TV in front of me, like directly here. Above that, I've got another 42-inch telly that's got OBS, which is running the live stream to you. And to my left, which is there where the camera is, camera and my MacBook. I've got open, YouTube Studios open, just so I can see how many lovely people are viewing and following and chatting. And obviously, that's just the analytics page of the live stream I have open, just to see how the video's doing. And OBS has got the chat in front of me on the top screen. So hence like this camera angle comes from like a side view. I used to run a front view camera, which I do in my recon videos, but this 4K camera is so good there, gives a bit of a different dynamic to the shot. When I did it first, people quite liked it, so when I race or live stream, I tend to use this. When I go back to recons, I tend to show more of the Zwift screen, because that's what people need to know about for races and that. There's a bit of a mixture of setups, but ultimately I've got a 4K webcam and then a Logitech webcam mounted on the top telly in front of me as well. So I've got options for that, change different views and stuff, but makes coming out here and training more pleasurable to have a nice setup. And also I'm riding on a Wahoo kicker bike, sat on top of a Omni rocker plate, hence you get the fact that I can wobble and move. We can't see it as much in this shot because you can only just about see the handlebars, but yeah, makes it more comfortable when you're out here for a couple of hours. Or like I did when I did the Everesting challenge on up the Zwift on the indoor trainer. Came in very handy then. 15k to go. Get this one wrapped up, protein shake and shower, spot of lunch, and afternoon to myself. Winning. The football's on later as well, that'll be good. As you can probably tell, no, you can't because it's not in this video, but I'm a Liverpool fan. Don't hate me for it. But 2 o'clock kickoff today against West Ham should be a good game. A needed 3 points for us after Arsenal dropping points yesterday. So, yeah. Could this be the season that we catch Man United on number of titles? I hope Mo Salah comes out and scores a hat-trick. And hopefully we can tie down the other existing contracts that are not as well. But let's not talk football. This is about cycling. This marine sprint is always a really long sprint. I always get it wrong. I'm going to go for this one, I think. See if I can PB it. That house on the right is always my marker now. Going too early on this one too many times. Close one. That was close. Whew. PB though. Take that. Back onto the intestines now. Ooh. Sit back in now. Enjoy these rollers. Ooh. Just easy there to see, like, take the eye off it, how the pack can drift 3 or 4 seconds away from you, and then chasing back over. So final 8k to go. quite sure where this route's going to finish, but I think around this corner is that cobbled sprint again, isn't it? Okay. I think this is the additional bit they've thrown on, isn't it? Weird noise in the background if the mic picked it up. It's the sound of a soaking wet microfiber cloth towel hitting the floor. Absolutely drenched that is. Definitely indoor training helps you get heat acclimatized, I think. I nearly finished this one now. 2.4k to go. And yeah, it's been a good little training ride. A few little sprints in there for fun. Might have a little sprint on the last one. Which one it's going to be, but maybe it's going to be a marine sprint to finish. Quite a nice one to finish on. As we head down there, shall we? Just drifting back now. 1.2k to go. Don't know which sprint it is, that's the thing, but why not finish with a decent sprint and see if I can get a good finish on this one. Everyone that's tuned in and been in the comments, thanks very much for this. Like I said, it was a last minute decision to jump on this one. Thought it looked a bit different. Paris-Roubaix Femmes avec Zwift Experience. Sacre Bleu. Sacre Bleu. Yeah. Been a good little ride. People are just opening it up now. Sit on the back at a nice pace. Where's the velodrome? Yeah. I think we're going to finish in a velodrome. Well, thanks for joining everyone. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.